Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this relaunch of Saturday's Writers Session. Today, we are starting with the program that I kind of wrapped up a few months ago because I didn't have much time to continue it. But last time when we had this program, I had invited some published authors and writers and bloggers to speak about their writing experience and the process that which they follow and so on. This time, I have started this purely for a selfish reason. I want to make LinkedIn posts every week. And when I have to do it just by myself, it is a little bit difficult. So I thought, why not have the same group of people? They anyway wish to write. So why don't we just channelize it towards writing for LinkedIn? And day before yesterday, I all of a sudden had a thought, why don't we invite all the people who have been guests before? I thought it's just 2 days, it's very short notice. But then I thought, anyway, we are starting day after tomorrow. Let's call the people, whomsoever is free, let them come. As long as even if we have one guest, it's going to be value add to the people who are here. And I am extremely glad that a lot of you agreed to come in here. It's really, really, really means a lot to us. So to start with, the first guest whom we have with us, uh, Venu sir is a writer, he is a coach, he is a trainer, he has worked at IBM for over 20 years and he is an expert at mind training. He is training people in colleges, schools, and also at corporates now. And we also, sir has also published 3 books so far. You can see the 3 books on his screen as well. And we have another guest, Professor Dr. Professor Das Prakash. He has been in the Department of Community Physiotherapy. His contribution is very, very important to all of us. Why do I say that? Because when all of us were shut down at home, he was working at the war room during the COVID. So thank you for your service. Thank you so much for being here. And he was the first guest for the Saturday's Writers session. He spoke about his travel blogs. He has traveled to many places and he has written lots of blogs about it, about how to travel when you have less money, how to travel when someone else can take care of you, how to travel, whatever you have, how to manage your travel and what are the things to see in and how the people are in different places. That's what he has written a lot about. And the next guest whom we have with us is someone who has got the LinkedIn Top Voice Award not just once but twice. Preeti Rao has been a trainer and she's a DE&I advocate. She is a learning
सारा
strategist.
अपलोड करना बाकी है 1.1.8 लिंक क्रिएट हो गया नहीं
All
सर वो
right.
तो नहीं हुआ है, अभी वही करना
Okay. So she has also she's also a singer, she's a vocalist, she's a music trainer, she's a music coach. She was my teacher and I'm going to soon start my classes with her once again. And she's also a writer. She has written a number of blogs too. So now, with all that said, let's start with that one question that I really wanted to ask all of you. So we'll start with you, Venu sir. How do you make your LinkedIn posts effective, or how do you use LinkedIn in an effective way?
LinkedIn is one area because there are many social media platforms like
Let me
Facebook,
first check if my voice.
Sorry.
Instagram. There are many platforms, but why LinkedIn? LinkedIn is one special area where we can project our work in terms of how we are doing performing. This is one way to network with people because most of the people are professionals in LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a special group where most of them are professionals. I look at in a sense, right, being an author, mind coach, and memory trainer. I look at a school, probably like an university. When I go somewhere to the university, I will connect with many of the professors. Then in many things are related to my workshop with respect to school colleges, I'll start posting there. So one is I'll going to touch this universities. And when I get one professor or one dean of that particular university, then I will get many deans out of that. That is where I will connected with many university deans over there. And now I started getting connection with from Rewa to Presidency University. Now I got into Dayanand Sagar University as a university as such. Addition to that, there are many colleges I keep going it. The second one is I'm also focusing on corporate industries where I connect with a lot of HR groups. There are many trainers I will connect with that. Because why I'm connected with the trainer is I can get a lot of insights, knowledge, how they are posting their social media post in LinkedIn. That will give an insight to me. That is one thing I look at in a different perspective to enhance myself. Second one is I can connect a lot of software HR people or directors are in the top position. That is why I'm enhancing my LinkedIn contact. I'm getting a lot of visibility in LinkedIn. I'm getting even opportunities because of my continuous, consistent postings. I made it a point to post three, at least minimum per week. Nowadays, I'm focusing more on a post, writing a post and putting in the LinkedIn. Now I'm focusing more on my video also. Wherever now earlier I never used to take videos. Now I'm make it a point to take videos. I'm putting some clippings and all. I'm combining, editing, and joining all the links. I'm posting in the LinkedIn. Now I'm getting visibility. That is why it is helping me a lot in enhancing my profession, getting contacts, getting networks and opportunities. This is how I'm using LinkedIn.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing everything, sir. What I really like about you is you don't hold anything back. You just whatever you have, you share it completely. And one question I had as you were speaking is 3 posts a week. How do you manage to do it? Do you ever get stuck in terms of what do I say now? What do I write now? I don't think I have anything at this point. Maybe
Yes,
later.
I didn't add that issue, but however, I can answer to your queries.
Mhm.
See, now is being a mind coach, I keep reading a lot of books. Now, one set of my posts are like bias. There are many hundreds of biases. That is one area I can write a lot of things. I'll pick a lot of research kind of topic. I'll condense in such a way that I'll create in a one simple poster with a takeaway message. Many people they're not unaware of it. Many of them like a biases. That is one niche skill. I keep writing it. Otherwise, nowadays people made it life easy because of ChatGPT. After ChatGPT, I'm seeing posts left and right. People are writing, and but clearly we can make out they're using ChatGPT extensively. That should not be happen. Being a you want to have your credibility, you should not go with ChatGPT. Yes, ChatGPT we need to go with that, but we need to be cautious in reframing the words after getting content from ChatGPT. That we need to be particular because nowadays ChatGPT is one side, Canva is in the other side. ChatGPT you can write something and get a lot of cost like salespeople, for example. They'll give some prompting questions there in the chat GPT, they'll get series of this thing. Then take that and go to Canva. If they have a business account in Canva, they can create multiple. Once they create a multiple this thing, select particular text, you can change that particular text with respect to Canva inputs. And the hundreds of slides will prepare, images are ready with you. You can post it and you can schedule other AI tool to schedule it. There are many ways people are doing it, but my way of putting it, my experience, I always want to give some message while after reading that. That is the way I look at LinkedIn.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for sharing your inputs. Now, to Professor Dr. Sorry, Professor Das Prakash. Hi. Okay, I guess.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. It would be great if we could see you as well. Um,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, can you
Yes,
yeah.
yes. All right. So, are you still at work?
Yeah, I'm working.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
working late.
Wonderful. Thank you for us from our side. Well, to start with, how do you make your LinkedIn posts effective?
For us, when I'm in a teaching, since I'm in a teaching, and then LinkedIn gives me a very bigger picture for me to reach out professionally to my colleagues and then to my co-workers from a different state or from a different country, what's happening there, and then what's new, and then it gives a very precise target. Okay, and then when I get connected with one person, that's get a professional network, and then it enhances my work. It gives a more visibility to my works. It's a wonderful thing to have a LinkedIn profile, and then my post also plays a very important role in reaching out, and then I also reach a lot of people through these LinkedIn profiles as well. Yeah.
Okay. So when we are pushed at our workplace, we do certain things. When they say that we have to do this, we'll definitely do it. But when we have to do it for ourselves, it becomes a little bit difficult. So what makes you push yourself to make these LinkedIn posts?
um LinkedIn post, what makes me to LinkedIn post is because people should know, because it's like keep updating my profile, keeps updating my profile. For example, if I need something of some point of time, we tend to forget things. We do a lot of things and then we forget in the meanwhile, and then we keep posting. So when I want to update my profile at the last after 6 months or 8 months of a time, I can go back to my LinkedIn. I can able to retrieve all those information. So that is a very easy retrievable data for me. And then since I handle the LinkedIn profiles of my college, of my organization, okay, so there it's getting frequently updated. So I don't update my profile, but I update my college profile. So early once when we go for accreditation, so there's everything is available there in LinkedIn profile with including photos, what date, who was the chief guest, everything. So that we can it's easily we can able to retrieve that one. So that was one thing which I liked in LinkedIn. So I lag in updating my profile, but I make sure that I update my LinkedIn profile of my organization keep updated that one. So then we are going in the process of accreditation. So when you go for accreditation, we know we want to submit a lot of information, those things. At least 50% of the informations I collected through the LinkedIn profile of my official website, official LinkedIn profile of my organization. So that makes me to put things. It's just updating like our Instagram profile. It's the same thing in the mobile, and then you can just update it, and it's stored there permanently over there unless and until you delete it. So that makes me to update frequently.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing the details. Now,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would like to ask my question to Preeti Rao, who has been awarded the LinkedIn Top Voice twice, once for her contributions related to uh, learning and development, and another time for her contributions related to DNI. So, Preeti, could you tell us how do you make LinkedIn posts effective?
Okay. First of all, good evening, everyone. Making LinkedIn posts effective, I think we have very senior speakers here today, and they've covered most of the points. What I keep in mind while putting up my LinkedIn posts are that to keep it as relevant as possible. If I am sharing my experience, maybe a session I've delivered or maybe a topic that I've read about, I will write about it only if I feel it's relevant for people who are going to read it. So I'm conscious about who my readers are, who my audience are, and I try, for example, the second voice badge I got was for emotional intelligence. So if I had continued, when I put up posts on emotional intelligence, I try and connect it to scenarios that my readers can relate. Like how can they use emotional intelligence at work? Maybe how they can use emotional intelligence to uh, resolve conflict, etc. So then I see people responding better because nobody really wants to read about concepts and frameworks, but they want to see the application aspect of it. And I think concentrating on that uh, brings in that interest for people, because at the end of the day, when they're reading my post, they should be benefiting and learning from it, right? So that is what we're looking at on LinkedIn. So that is something I keep.
Well, you are in the mountains at one of the tallest, like highest places in the country, I believe. And I would also like to hear from you. How did you reach at one of the highest places on LinkedIn as the LinkedIn top voice, not once but twice? What is LinkedIn top voice, and how do people? What should people do to get that recognition?
Okay. So I came across LinkedIn Top Voice when I was basically browsing through other experts in my industry. So basically, I'm part of learning and development. I work for an edtech firm. So I was uh, trying to go through profiles of people who are heading other L&D teams in corporates, other edtech companies. So I saw they had this very interesting badge for different concepts put up. So when I started reading about it, I realized so LinkedIn Top Voice is basically for people who've shared their opinions, and these opinions have been recognized by other people. So when I say recognize, it can just be a comment that they've received, a like that they've received on the perspective. So this was very interesting for me because as a speaker, I have a lot of opinions and perspectives to share. And when I realized there's a all big category for it, like there's a special section for it on LinkedIn, I was very excited because when I share my opinions or my perspective about a topic, I'm getting access to feedback from other industry experts even without knowing them. I think that is very, very, very important to get. A lot of times in our organization, when we try to reach out to our mentors, everybody has a busy schedule. It takes a lot of time for you to get a feedback on a write up. But here, you're putting it up on an open platform. And I think after a point, I started getting feedback from people across the world. So, which was very interesting. I think that somewhere also motivated me to be consistent with my uh, uh, perspectives that I kept putting up on the page.
Wonderful.
I hope I
Thank you.
answered the question.
Thank you very much. Now, I think I have asked the questions that I really had because it is just a kickstart session. So I wanted to start by understanding what people do on LinkedIn. And now I would like to open the floor for questions. Audience, if you have any questions, you can either unmute your mic and ask the question, or you can put it on the chat.
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Balaji. This is Ram here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ram. If possible, you
Okay.
can switch on your video
Yeah,
and ask the
yes,
questions. Yes,
yes.
great.
Yeah, hi. First of all, thank you very much, Venu, Preeti, and
Das
Professor
Prakash.
Das Prakash, right? So, I mean, I think I've seen Mr. Venu and Preeti in the previous episodes, right? And I was already inspired by your stories. So, very happy to see and hear this again. Now, my question is, see, while it is very simple that we have to be very consistent, right? It is in the application, like Preeti mentioned, that most of us falter. Maybe there is an initial josh, like now Balaji has called all of us. Maybe tomorrow, right? Tomorrow itself, I will post something. You know, for the next 1 week, there will be posts coming in. How do we keep it going? So I think one thing that I picked up from what Mr. Venu said was maybe potentially scheduling it, right? Maybe the 3 posts. I don't know if you are already scheduling it, putting it in some repository, and then it starts pushing out the posts. But I just want to hear your experiences. How are you able to keep it going? Is it that you're able to prepare the content ahead of time, and so that way you have a pool of articles you can push, or of course, that's the question that I have. If you can help out there, thank you.
Balaji, shall I take this question?
Yes, sir, please.
Ram, as such, I'm not using any scheduling tool. Okay, to your knowledge. See, I will write a lot of, as it is, I will use Canva. Because for me, I'm going in depth because my content is about mind management, about mind coach. I'll keep on listening to a lot of videos and a lot of research papers or something. I'll keep reading it. Then I connected to many. I subscribed many YouTube channels and all those who are in this particular field. Suppose I get something out of this, something Cobra effect, something people would have not listened to that. Then I will write on that Cobra effect. That is one set of this thing. I made it a point when I take up this, I decided I want to post 108 of this kind of posters. I decided 108. Then whenever I get a chance, I'll keep writing it. I made it one unique template for that standard for 108 posts. I made it as a unique template. Then as soon as there is a structure, it will give some structure. Then it's easy to fill in as we go in. Maybe sometimes one poster I can create it like 15 minutes. Sometimes I'll take 1 hour of a day also, because I'll go through in depth, because one poster is a 1 hour, 2 hour session for me. That is how I look at this post. Okay. Second one is the set of codes. When in the process of writing this post, I will get a lot of codes generated for me, my own codes. Then that can be, I created one template in Canva, I keep putting it. That is one set of, second set of my posters. Third one is when I attend my workshops, my seminars and all, that is one set of post. So I'll make it a plan in such a way that minimum 4 posts will be there continuously. This is how I strategize my post. See, anything with a purpose, it will work. When you have a purpose, see, so for suppose you are interested in a sports. So you'll wake up in the early morning, you'll go for a sports, irrespective of it is raining or whatever it may come. That is your interest area. Suppose you are passionate with something. That is how things works as per my knowledge. Put a passion, then automatically that will inspire you, that will motivate you to do a lot of creation, lot of posts. That is how I look at.
Thank you very
Hope
much,
I
Venu sir.
Definitely, sir. I will definitely dive some more into it subsequently. I might reach out to you separately also. But thank you very much for the answer. Yeah, thank you.
life is simple after AI. You want to do grammar check, go to Canva, ChatGPT, fine tune it, you remove some words, but make it as your own content. Something you are not knowledgeable, don't write that.
So Preeti,
I
anything
had
to
a
add?
thought.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's very good input, Venu sir. I had not thought of having a template. I've been doing, I've been posting ad hoc, to be honest. Whatever I feel at that point, I just upload. And every post I just create on the go. I have not kept a template. Maybe that will also create a a brand for you. When you have a template, when people see similar colors, they'll immediately identify with you. I think that's a very good way of building brand on LinkedIn. So I'm going to take that input. In terms of consistency that Ram, you asked, of course, passion is one, like Venu sir said. I think if you're passionate about it, we make time for it. What I have done with my schedule, I know all of us have to get to office, and then we have our working times, and a lot of times we're not able to post things on LinkedIn during office hours. So what I do is, whenever I'm very when instead of taking a break and going for a coffee, I log into LinkedIn and maybe answer those articles, add my perspectives to the articles. That's one thing that has really worked for me. So I use it as a stress buster. Because sharing my thoughts, writing has actually been a stress buster for me. So that is something, that's how I schedule it. Other than that, I also make it a point that me uploading these are for my growth, right? So now I've realized that when I upload a post on LinkedIn about maybe a program I delivered, a program I've designed, or maybe a talk that was recognized in the organization, it is important for people outside the organization to know about it too. So gone are the days when resume used to be your face, for getting a new job or growing in your career. I think today, even if you send a resume, people first check your LinkedIn, because resume can be faked, but you cannot fake on LinkedIn because it's an open platform and people are going to immediately message and say, no, you didn't do this program. So you cannot fake an achievement or a milestone on LinkedIn. So it is far more difficult to fake achievements and milestones on LinkedIn. And that's why I think it's more credible today. And it's actually seen as a side of credibility by recruiters as well. So that is one motivation for me. It's important now that when I have like a deadline in my mind that, okay, maybe I need a jump in my career, I need more recognition, I need more visibility, or I need more learning, I connect it to this. So I give myself weekly targets, which I think I've learned from Balaji. I think Balaji is amazing with that. I've really learned to make targets and stick to it from Balaji only. So that is another motivation that helps me be consistent. Again, sorry if I'm taking too much time. When I say consistent, you don't have to do it every single day. Please don't. The algorithm of LinkedIn, according to me, please correct me if I'm wrong, is not like Instagram or Facebook, where one day you don't post, you're out of the algorithm. It takes 2 or 3 days for you to come back. It doesn't work like that. I have seen on an average 2 to 3 days in a week. If you post, you will still see your posts in the feed, on your friends' pages, friends' homepage, etc. So I think LinkedIn is also conscious of working professionals being on LinkedIn, right? So this is not the only thing we're doing. So I think consistency, if you're able to do at least thrice in a week, any time of the day, I think it should still be fine. I think, in my opinion, again, I can be wrong. Please correct me if I'm.
Thank you very much for all those
Thank you.
insights.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably I will share it. That will be good. I will share my desktop so
Yes,
that
sir.
I can take it as a one look.
Sure.
Okay, you are seeing my posters, right?
Yes.
This is what I
Yes.
planned with the 108 posters. Like one is something like triple something. Okay, I made it as a template. Then I will start putting it. One is with a quote, and there is a message, and there is a takeaway message. Like this, I will do it.
Okay.
These
And
are all
you
something.
made this on Canva?
Canva, I made this template, then I will copy, then I will put it as create this. See, some
Change the
people
text.
started
Okay.
saying when I started this, people said, Venu, your content is too much. You're
Mm-hmm.
giving too much content. Who will have that time to read? You need to cut down, cut down, cut down. But I'm getting a quality viewers because of this. I'm getting a opportunity because of this. See,
Okay.
when people, this is what I will always go with my inner conscious. Okay, some people write just a two, three something, quote something or something, the visibility will be there, you will get a lot of likes and all. I have seen people when I post my personal somewhere going on a ramp, something, getting an award, I will get likes and all immediately. That is not mean that converting into a reality. Actually, these posts are converting into my reality. Because when I go to professors, dean and all, I am going through this, I'm getting a lot of insights. This is what I'm going with my inner consciousness. Suppose this is for motivation. Okay. This
Okay.
is what I will write. Motivation. This is for what is, I will move it this one minute. Man search for meaning. I'll keep reading books. I'll get some content. I'll write something. This is the message, right? We have what meaning you give it to the message. This is one kind of. Then be resourceful. Not having a resource is not important. Being resourceful is important. Being a mind coach, being a motivational speaker, my thought always go in this direction. Like power of postures. What is the use of postures? I will write it something. Then what I will use is I will use Pixabay. Pixabay where I'll get images. That is one source of for my images. Second one is I'll use snipping tool in that Microsoft snipping tool. So I will capture that. When I capture, I can take out that as if as a PNG file. What is required, I will take it. Maybe suppose this poster will have a lot of other backgrounds. But when I use snipping tool and this thing, I can capture what I want as a PNG file. I will post it here.
Wonderful.
This is one set of my posters.
Okay.
Stop sharing. Now I will
Okay.
open another folder. I will show other one, like little bit about
Mhm.
other posters.
Sure.
This
Sure.
is
Please.
something. See, I made it a template. Like I'll keep writing some achievements and all my poster, right? Maybe you
Ah,
are seeing. Okay. I'll use multiple photos. I'll use some template that is suitable for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I'll put it something like this. I'll keep
excellent.
writing some I'll use different kind of for more photos. I'll use one this thing. People will not have time to slide. That is what I feel. One photo, they will look at and close it. This is how something I will write it.
No.
I think it's more than enough. Okay.
Excellent. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing all the details of all the tools that you use and how you use as well. Now, someone had a question. I think Ram, you had a question again.
Yes,
Yes,
Balaji.
yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So this question was around the parameters for any post, right? So what makes for an ideal post? And by that, what I mean is typically what are the size of your posts, right? What's like a optimal size? Because if it is too long, people may not get the time to read it. If it is too short, like Venu sir said, it might just be for clickbait and just for likes and so on, right? So one is, what is typically your suggestion on the ideal size of these posts? And the other parameters, like I think you mentioned the medium, right? Is a video post better, or text, or slides? What format is more engaging, right? And easy to maintain also, right? So some of them may take you really long time to prepare. So I think that's the second parameter I was checking. And third is more on the time of the day when you post, right? So does it make a difference if you post it first thing in the morning, or if it is on a Friday night or a Saturday morning? That time maybe people have more time to look into it, and then engagement is more. So the time of the day. So basically, maybe I'll stop with these three for now. The size of your post, the format, and the time of day. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So,
Um,
Preeti, yes.
Yeah. So size of the post, I think it depends on what type of post it is. If you're sharing an achievement, I will say keep it very short as possible. Put an image showing maybe the achievement for or a milestone, because they should get most of the data from the image. And if they want to know more, they will go to the text. And basically, I'm just trying, there is no hard and fast rule. This is something I follow. So I'm just sharing again what has worked for me. When you're sharing an achievement, keep it 3 or 4 lines, but make sure those 4 lines talk about it loud and clear. uh, and with the, if you want to tag people, maybe you've received an award or you've received an appreciation for something you've done, tag the relevant people. That I think shows the genuineness of what you're sharing. If it There are a lot of people articles that I'm seeing today on LinkedIn, where people have had a very interesting interaction with someone, and they write a long post. I'm not sure how many of them read long posts. For me, I just think, for someone like me who has a short attention span because of watching reels every day, all of us do on short, we watch shorts and reels today, right? So our attention span is not more than 15 seconds. The best of us do not have attention span of more than 15 seconds. If something I've read in first 15 seconds interests me, it is relevant to what I do, then I continue reading. This is what I've seen, and a little research that I've done. So I would say whatever you can read in 15 seconds, that should be as long as it should be. Or if you think you cannot share what you can in the 15 seconds, make sure it is that captivating and interesting for the audience that people will continue reading it. If you think maybe it's a big article, then put a small summary or an overview of what you're trying to share on LinkedIn, and give the link to another place where they can read the whole document. Because on LinkedIn, in a post, it is very difficult to read long posts, because you'll have to scroll 3 or 4 times. And the basic design thinking rule is no reader or user will want to scroll more than 2 times, whether it's an app, whether it's a post on LinkedIn, whether it's even your shopping site. You will not scroll more than 2 times. You will not look at the dresses or any items after 2 scrolls. So this is something I have learned over a period of time. Posting time, that makes a lot of difference. I've seen Wednesdays you post anything, people are very busy because it's midweek. Everybody's trying to finish tasks. Friday is the time when people have some time to go on LinkedIn and see, okay, what is everybody else doing? What have I done? So Friday is a very, very good time to post, especially in the second half before 4 o'clock. So 1 to 4 on a Friday is very, very effective, because a lot of them start driving after 4, right? When they leave office early. So I would say ideal time that I have observed is any time, anywhere between the lunch time and 4 o'clock on Fridays. on LinkedIn. I've seen it work amazing in terms of the responses, the feedback, the like, the comments I get for a post or a perspective on the article. That is the top voice section of LinkedIn.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thanks, Preeti. I had to talk to you over the phone so that I need to understand many things from you. I will go and not look at many of these strategies. Yes, I know something, but I am not following it. Like, see, finally, I am thinking, okay, whatever people want to read, let them read. But I am writing it for my purpose. When I create a poster, is my learning. That is how I look at. I will not look at for likes or something. One thing in a recent trend I have seen, people with a foreign author or foreign trainer or something or known trainer, right? He put lot of text in that, but still people like many likes and they will forward. Whether they'll read it completely or just forward, I don't know, can't say. When however our poster is good enough than compared to them, I will go through consciously, I will go through their post and all. Content is nothing in that content, just a plain this thing, but there is no takeaway message. Some gnan they will give, some advice they will give, but I've seen like 20 shares, then 300 people liked it and all. I'm not sure how it works really until unless our branding is not good enough, right? No one will like it. First thing is we need to create our branding. When our branding is there, people when look to somewhere, right? Venu, then they look at all the posters. This is what I keep observing nowadays. LinkedIn give a lot of analysis. Okay, I'm my post views are, I'm not seeing like, but my post views are increasing day by day. This number of people this week, this many people viewed your posters. Sometimes I'm touching even 1,000 and all for the particular week. So that will give a sense of that. Okay, people are looking my post. That's it. I have to learn a lot of what is the strategies I need to follow.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing it, sir.
And
And thank you,
just the
Preeti,
last
for the
one on the
precise answers.
Balaji, just the last one on the format. If there is any question on video or
Yeah,
slides. Yeah.
one thing you always keep it in mind, it is a mobile compatibility.
Yeah.
Whatever you post, it is a mobile compatible. That keep it in mind. And more that language, images, video is as much as is good, more than text.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Yes, Preeti.
So I think there are different sections even on LinkedIn. There's a separate section where you can go to the video. So logically your audience will get divided. People who like video will go to the video section, and people who like reading and images like the posters Venu sir is doing, they will be on the main home page. So I think it's about observing what what medium suits the content that you're building. So I think both ways you have your you have your audience and they know where to go. So it's already streamlined on LinkedIn that way. So I think the medium you should decide based on what suits your content best.
Start posting it, you will get an answer for that. You need to experience it, then only you will decide. Okay, I'm keep trying with the different. Sometimes I started uploading PDF file with a slide format. That is also I'm trying. Now I never tried all these days. I'm trying that one also. When you do trial and error, that is also your learning. First we think it is for my learning. Then everything will go according to wish and will of the God.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
detailed
Yeah.
answers, Venu sir and Preeti. Das sir had to get disconnected because of some official meeting. Well, I think Ram has asked a lot of questions that people had in their mind and either did not ask or were still figuring out, like, I want to start this, I don't even know where to start. So I think Ram has helped people with all the questions he has asked. However, I would like to just check with the audience once again if any of them have any questions. I think Vasant has unmuted his mic. Yes, Vasant, Any questions?
No, nothing, Balaji.
All right. Okay. Okay. Do any of you have any questions? If you do, please unmute your mic and you can ask. I have also posted it on the chat. If you have questions, you can just post it on the chat too. Okay.
I have a question. I would like to, you know, get all your perspective on this. So of late, I've been seeing a lot of, I think when LinkedIn started off, it was all about professional topics. It was all about people talking about new technology, maybe behavioral science, etc. All such topics. But of late, I'm seeing a lot of political posts as well. And so I don't know. And I've heard a few people say in my office when I visited office and I talked to people that LinkedIn is also turning into another Facebook, because people have also started putting in personal posts saying, I traveled here. So what do you all think? Do you think LinkedIn is still effective today, or I'm also quite confused. I don't know how that works, or is it supposed to be that way? Is that how networking happens? Because LinkedIn was mainly, the purpose of LinkedIn was to keep professional networking, and we always had Facebook and Insta and Twitter for others. So are you all also observing, or am I following the wrong accounts? I don't know.
For me, I have personally felt that LinkedIn is doing the same thing as Facebook in terms of keeping you on their platform for as long as possible. So I think based on whatever you see, it just keeps showing you similar posts or keeping you there on the platform. So now at some point in time when I attended a program, somebody said, do you want to be a creator or a consumer in social media? If you want to be a creator, you have to only post and just allot 15 minutes to be a consumer. But that too didn't work for me. So I keep uninstalling these applications and I use them only from the desk laptop. Sometimes the only problem where I cannot post is on Instagram. So that is the only platform where I'm not able to post stories from my laptop. Everything else, I don't even log into their website sometimes. Sometimes I just go to buffer.com and just schedule the posts and come back. So this is what I have noticed. They are trying to keep us on the platform. What are your thoughts, Venu sir?
See, you just post it. Don't worry too much. When we get an opportunity, right? When someone wants to connect with me in the sense you wants to give an opportunity to me, then you will go to social media and look at the entire post. That's it. You need one person. If you look at that is giving a business to you. That is important for you. Not how many people look at your profile and give thumbs up. That is not important. The one person will give opportunity to you, because when I go something, when I first time when I attended one university, Reva University, that dean of that he has gone through my profile and he picked. I posted maybe 2 years back. He picked that he was reading that particular quote of mine. I got surprised. See, people when wants to give some job to me or us, right? Then they look at this profile. Even to get alliance, right? When you got an alliance, right? People first go to Facebook and see what and all you will do, what activities you will do. It is kind of a resume, open resume for the people to validate whether person is genuine or something. Many people get alliance got rejected because of Facebook post also. We need to be careful of what we post and write. That will give your credibility. Keep it in that in mind. One day your turn will come, then that will convert into your chances or opportunities. Till that time, patiently you need to wait.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. This is like telling me whether people are using it as Facebook or whatever. You focus on your goal. You want people to reach out to you and add value to the people. Just keep doing it through LinkedIn and you will eventually reach what you want. Thank you so much, sir. And I think Soumya has a question. Yes, Soumya, please go ahead.
I don't have a question. Ram asked all the questions regarding
Okay,
the
what would you like to
content.
say?
Yeah, so I'm answering. I'm answering my point of view to Preeti's question. that is it turning into a Facebook? What I see it as, LinkedIn is hard to become a Facebook page or anything as such because it's a professional platform. But if I am seeing people posting about their personal achievements or where they have went, birthday celebrations and all that, usually what I've noticed, it is the marketing managers of certain companies or social media influencers. They try to share their perspective in more informal way, and that's how all these things come up. But if anybody tries to use it as like a Facebook, I think that would go really wrong because uh, it is not Facebook, and most of the Facebook people are not in LinkedIn because they only use it for job purpose and stuff. So it won't go so well for them. That's my opinion.
That reminds me, Balaji, do we have 2 minutes? Am I
Yes, yes,
taking too much time?
definitely.
So,
As long as our
recently,
guest speakers have the time, we have the time to listen to you.
so I recently saw a post of, I in fact reshared it on my wall as well, where a lady has put her daughter's photo of her haircut. So I actually stopped while scrolling because I was wondering why is there a haircut, a girl standing with her hair, her hair let down basically, not tied. And I was curious. I was also irritated, to be honest. Why is this on LinkedIn? And I went to read it, and I realized when I read it that the mother wanted to share that her daughter has decided to grow her hair till her as long as she can every 6 months, and cut it off and donate her hair to uh, the people who need wigs, people who've gone through chemotherapy and cannot afford a wig. She's donating her hair for that. And she written a post how that she never expected her daughter to respond to her trip to a cancer hospital that the mom had taken the kid to let them know, see, there are people suffering. And this was the kid's response to that visit. And she was very moved to say, we don't know how our actions actually trigger different thoughts in our kids. So we have to be very, very careful. Though this was a very positive outcome, but it's still, she was feeling very guilty that maybe she's losing her innocence as a child and she's taking too much responsibility, etc. So that what you said just now reminded me that yes, maybe they are putting personal posts, but a lot of them are tied to such revelations or some euphoria moment for people, and maybe they're connecting it to different behavioral aspects, or how our brain responds to different situations, etc. So this was a very interesting post. And I was going through another brand strategist video, and they were saying, don't be worried about what you have to post. I know you're confused, you cannot come up with content every single day on LinkedIn, right? So any such personal experience that has moved you, that has led you to have some realization that is connected to your profession, not your personal life, to your profession, please put it. People want to hear more personal narratives than just putting up concepts or anything like that. So they want to see a personal narrative, where again brings me back to what I said. When you tell them, okay, this is what happened to me, and this is what I learned, and this is how I think I will apply going forward, people are interested in such posts because they can immediately have clear takeaways and apply it to their personal and professional lives. So just thought of sharing with all of you.
Thank you, Preeti, for sharing that. Venu sir, yes, please go ahead.
I have some unique posters. I got most like more than my content. See, when I put my anniversary post, like I'll make it a point. See, I'm branding myself in many ways. See, I'm thinking when I feel okay, that will give my branding. When I go to anniversary, they'll put my wife and along with one beautiful photo, and I'll write a lot of very important like what means relationship. Okay, that is how I'll do. Okay, that will show oh Venu is good in relationship. When my daughters buy a vehicle, right, I'll put it so that all my family photos along with my this thing then that will give a sense, oh, Venu is something family oriented. See, why Venu, people has to listen to Venu, when people about relationship or counseling, when Venu do that, right? Venu himself has to be in a right position to give some suggestion to others. That is why I look at, when I play some badminton or something, some small club award also, I'll get a post, I'll put, I played some game, okay? See, that will show I'm physically fit. When I talk about something, right? You start looking at that, what is the one, when I put a post, right? You ask a question, why I'm putting this post, what I'll going to gain out of that kind of questions you have, whether that will get benefited something. That is a question. And one unique one I have to mention, right? There is one natural beauty salon, they renovated and client got changed. They said, Venu, I want you to be my first customer. Then I make it as a humor, right? What I want shave or something, what you're going to do? Then I don't want to say to that guy. And I said, okay, I'll come first come, and then mustache trimming I did. But I did a post in that, I did a nice writing on that. Maybe you look at that nice writing, I got a lot of this thing. Like sitting this posture, maybe I can post it in this thing, but the write up, I have to see where is that write up. I can put a post in that. See, that is why you look at purpose. That's what I'm saying. Don't worry about what you're going to post. Ask questions that will give an answer. Yes, it will make sense to your credibility. It will give some image to you. Post it.
Wonderful.
When you get a name right, whatever you post right, that becomes a message. When initial stages, you need to be careful. Once you are in the position right, whatever you post right, that becomes a message, and people follow that. Till that time, you need to wait.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you all of you for joining. And thank you, Preeti. And thank you, Venu, sir, for taking time to be here. And here are my key takeaways from today's session. Focus on the purpose. We kept circling back to that throughout the session. When you make a post, keep focusing on the purpose. You want people to notice you, then for what? What do you aim to achieve through that? What kind of value you want to add? And Friday afternoons is the best time to post. And uh, irrespective of what type of content you want to post, you have audience for that. So it is good to have a combination of videos, photos, and text based posts on LinkedIn. And do not expect quicker results. Keep posting, and you will eventually achieve it. But don't overthink, just keep doing the work. These are my key takeaways. And yes, as Das Prakash mentioned, when the organization pushes us, we do that. We will make the same social media posts very diligently. But when it comes to pushing ourselves, we find it difficult. I think when Venu sir showed me those 108 posters, I thought keeping a number in mind is good, rather than complicating it every day a post or every week a post. It's all complicated. Rather than for 3 months, I'll make two posts every week. So this way, if you have a certain specific deadline, you think you understand that it's not going to go on forever, so you can do something about it for a certain stipulated period of time. Well, thank you so much for all the valuable inputs, and thank you everyone for your valuable questions and your insights as well. It really means a lot to us that we have started this relaunch today with some wonderful guests. My sincere thanks to Preeti, Venu, and Das Prakash for joining us today. Thank you, all of you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thanks for giving the opportunity. I'm allowed to speak, right?
Thank
You're given the opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you all.
for your insights.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you all.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Balaji.
Thank you so much.